Yo, what up, though? It's your man DJ iCENTRIC. I got your man V.Smith with me. And this is Realest Spit. Yeah. What it do, y'all? Another week.
Showed up. Another week.
Yeah.
With an infant in my possession.
Yeah.
It's having internal issues. You know the dog ass. He's been right fussing lately.
Yeah.
But yeah, now man, he going through it, man. You know what I'm saying? So no sleep yet.
Okay.
They like to get better, so you know what I'm saying? So my sister, man, we can rock out that.
Absolutely. Well, we had a new addition to our family this week, man. Got my baby girl a dog. A dog.
That's what's up. What kind you say?
It's a Chihuahua mixed with a terrier.
Whew. That's gonna be an exciting little motherfucker.
Yeah, man, and like it, she loves it. And funny thing is, like
that's the thing.
Just brought it in and gave it to her last night, and it's like it cleaned to her immediately.
Yeah.
It's amazing how dogs realize like where they're, who. I mean, ain't nobody mad at it though, but like they know, they know where the love is. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? So he cleaned to her immediately. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know how. But I bet she slept good last night.
Oh man, it's been exciting, man. And she's up and on top of it, alert.
That's what's up.
Telling her, man, you got to.
So you teaching her how to take care of her, right? Okay,
yeah,
that's what's up.
That's
what's up.
Beautiful. Okay, it's gonna be an exciting experience for all of us, man. I haven't had a dog in a long time.
Yeah.
And I ain't never.
Look. Don't tell my wife, y'all could have came and got Gigi.
So let's go and get into this thing, man. I ain't even gonna let you elaborate on that.
Sure enough.
Let's go and get into this thing, man. So we had a little bit of madness, man, coming into this weekend, man, and that Pittsburgh Steelers and Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, man. Good game by
Great game.
I listen. I knew Baker could play football, man. But like I was telling you earlier about the quarterback position, man. Like you got to be on it, man. Right, you would not be successful at that high level, man.
Well, the thing about the Cleveland Browns, and this is what I was saying. You remember even before the season started, when we were saying, man, all this hype is like, wow. It's going to be growing.
Pretty on paper.
It's going to be growing pains for everybody. You have basically a brand new quarterback, a brand new coach. You know what I'm saying? Team, veterans, but these veterans are from other places. Yeah. So they got to come in and get infused into this organization that, let's be honest, they're not used to any success. So the organization doesn't even really know how to support a winner. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's trying to figure it out together. And so it's just going to take time to get there. Like even with what their record is, I haven't even been mad at what I seen with the Browns, bro. This is what, you know what I'm saying? They got to learn how to do it. They got to learn how to do it.
Listen, you cannot put a value on cohesiveness, man.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? They got to learn how to do it.
You can't. But as far as the altercation.
Oh yeah, how it ended.
Yeah.
Like I said, the Browns played an excellent game, man. But the last 15 seconds?
Yeah.
What actually made the history. That's what's actually gonna go down.
And I'm gonna let you give your take on.
And I'm sure everybody's heard about it right now. So you got at the end of the game, you got Myles Garrett, who's if I can remember, he had a pretty good game. Myles Garrett had a pretty good. He had a pretty good game.
Listen. This dude, he when he's on it, man, he causes disruption.
Yeah.
I think the Browns are in the top 10 in pass rush categories.
Yeah.
In sacks. In terms of hitting the quarterback, I think they're in the top 10, comfortably, in the NFL, man, and he's a big part of that. So, he's really disruptive. So, don't be fooled.
And, and it has been, even in the comical years of the Cleveland Browns, and since he's been there, he's been good. But the last 15 seconds, man, I guess your man Mason Rudolph, who's been having a pretty good season himself, he just this particular game, this particular night, it just wasn't his night.
Yeah, decent.
Just wasn't his night, and I guess out of that frustration, out of that frustration of him just not having a good night, Myles Garrett, who everybody has always said this guy's always on 100. Even in practice, they got to tell him, dog, slow down. This is just practice. Don't hurt the quarterback at practice. Like he's always on 100. So, it don't matter. 8 seconds left or 8 minutes left. You say hi.
Yeah, he's going.
He's going. You know what I'm saying? And so I guess Mason Rudolph didn't appreciate the fact that, man, the game is over.
Most definitely.
And this guy's still coming at me at 200 miles per hour.
And my take on it is, that's it's football.
Yeah, exactly.
From the 15-minute mark of the quarter to the zero mark
to
it's football.
the bell.
And we all know when to lay off, but but still, you got hit. It's football.
You got hit.
Football. Why did you get so bent out of shape because it's football? I understand.
And it's not. But that's what I'm saying. But if, like I'm saying, you go back and look at the entire thing, you'll see that the hit. It's not that he hit you that hard. Like I said, it was all out of frustration.
Drove him in the ground.
It was all out of frustration. So because of that, Mason Rudolph gets super upset and so upset to where he decides he wants to take home Myles Garrett. You know what I'm saying? And he, started the altercation by trying to pull Myles Garrett's helmet off. He went to, Myles Garrett standing up trying to get off of him. He goes to kicking at him because he's laying on the ground. So Myles Garrett says, okay, you go for my helmet. Give me your helmet. You know what I'm saying? Takes off his helmet. Now from here is where it just goes a little bit too far. You know what I'm saying? On Myles Garrett's behalf, man. And I guess at this point he was just in what you call autopilot. You know what I'm saying? Because once you're there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so he still has Mason Rudolph helmet in his hand. Rudolph still coming at him with no helmet on. By the way, no helmet on. He's still rushing at him like he wanted. So Myles Garrett just swings his right hand. That just so happens to still be in his hand, man.
In his hand,
and it was a pretty scary moment. I remember seeing it like, whoa, because everybody knows if you hit
the crown of that helmet, if that had been the crown of the helmet, it would have side of the head,
front of the head.
Especially the way that he swung it. He didn't swing it in slow motion.
This is a strong. You got to say this is a powerful man. It's a powerful man that's swinging. Anybody swing like that, it's gonna hurt. So you talk about somebody that's probably benching. Somebody that's probably benching about 300, throwing his hand like that. It's gonna cause some problems. So like I said, that was completely out of character. You keep hearing from all the football players that it's kind of like an unwritten rule. Even when an altercation does break out, once helmets come off, man, everything is really kind of supposed to slow down.
Everything is. I don't know. Like, I've been in a couple of scope ups and scrums, whatever you want to call it, playing football, and that's the first thing you do. I just understood what Mason did. He grabbed for his face mask because that's what you do in football. You grab your face and you like,
you trying to get the advantage.
Exactly. So that's I don't know, man. I'm not justifying in any way, shape, form, or fashion what the cat did because I'm like I said earlier, it's football. What in the hell are you so pissed off? And he didn't drive him in the ground and jump on him and hit him with the elbow.
It was a football play.
It was a football
tackle.
You know what I'm saying? So why did you get so bent out of shape? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But to try to Donkey Kong this man with a helmet, this guy, he lost me with that, man. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what makes it so hard.
And listen, and I'm not to pile on or nothing like that, but this has become a trend with Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. In stressful situations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that it's a stressful situation, somebody coming at you,
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't think no amount of blacking out should have made him, try to Donkey Kong him with a helmet.
Well, I'm sure, like I say, hindsight is 2020. I'm sure behind closed doors, with his people sitting there talking to him, I'm sure he knows how wrong he was. I'm sure he'll say, man, I damn should have did that. And obviously he's gonna take his punishment like a man. He deserves the punishment that they gave him. They got him out for the rest. They said suspended indefinitely. But I think that just really means the rest of the season.
Mason Rudolph should have been suspended too.
That's where I was going. They suspended everybody involved in it. What's his name? Ponce.
Yeah, most definitely. I thought Njoku.
Yeah.
Was it Njoku? No, it wasn't Njoku. That's the tight end.
They suspended everybody that was involved in the situation.
And listen, let me tell you.
Besides the guy that actually started.
And the only reason he got suspended is because he done some sucker shit. When Mason Rudolph get up, instead of Pouncey is the one on Myles Garrett ass. That's who you should be helping. Exactly. The quarterback ain't doing no damn body. You need to be trying to get Pouncey off Garrett ass, man. But anyway, I mean, like I said, Mason Rudolph should have been suspended too. He should have
got at least one game suspension to just let him off. I'm letting you know right now, and I'm already seeing it trending. And the NFL they keep doing it to themselves. I understand completely what you be saying when you say, man, listen, these guys are just a sports organization. All they want to do is play sports, man. They don't care. They don't think and don't even care about none of this social, racial madness. They don't care. But damn it, they got to put somebody in place that cares. They keep doing it to themselves when they make these decisions. In this kind of situation, I'm gonna let y'all know now. You have no choice but to look at the racial aspect of it, because here you have a young white man that started it, escalated it, and enforced it, kept pushing it. Yet he don't even get a personal fine. Everybody else gets suspended, but the person that started it. You know what I'm saying? And that. No way, shape, or form am I defending Myles Garrett. He's 1,000% wrong. He went way, 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 way too far. But to not penalize Mason Rudolph when he's the one that started for no reason, he started the altercation. This man didn't slam you to the ground.
To use one of your coin phrases, you dropped the ball.
Yeah. I mean, and the NFL. So I'm already seeing it trending already, man. You got a lot of people that's gonna take it there, and be honest with you. I'm always on my 5%. But I don't think there's nothing racial that has anything to do with it. These are just two football players that got into it. Yeah. But when the NFL comes and they do stuff like this, you have no choice. Like you said, the history, the background. Yeah. You have a history of coming down harder on your African American guys than you do on your hero. You know what I'm saying? Your white heroes, man. And here you go doing it again. So
they dropped the ball in a lot of situations that I do agree with. Like I said, Mason Rudolph should be suspended. And I mean, like moving away from the NFL side of it, as far as this topic is concerned, my only thing is, the people that I've had back and forth with people on social media or whatnot, concerning the situation, and people, approve of him. I'm not gonna say approve, but make light of the fact that somebody just swung at somebody's head.
It's not to be made light of at all, because that that could have. Like I say, just an inch close. If the helmet had been turned just an inch in the other direction, and Rudolph hadn't turned his head right when he did, we could be having a whole different conversation. We could be having a whole different conversation.
This is a football field. You ain't no ball fight.
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about nobody come by and you shanking you or hitting you in the back of the head with a billboard. Right. I don't know. It's no amount of anger that should take you there on a football field. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're talking about. I'm not talking about aggressiveness. Yeah. It's a difference between aggressiveness and literal anger. Literal anger will murder somebody. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Aggression will make you push somebody down.
Aggression
just you know what I'm saying? Something to that, to that notion.
Aggression just gets it over fast.
Exactly. But you know what I'm saying? There's no murderous intention in aggression. And normal plain aggression. You know what I'm saying? And human aggression. Right. But it's people that that just make light of it. You know what I'm talking about?
No, it's not to be made light of.
It's a serious situation. I think that the cat, got some internal issues that he really need to deal with.
Yeah. And like you said, because of his history, and you know what I'm saying. I noticed, it's funny, like when you were breaking down the troubled history. And when I say troubled history, I mean on the field. I don't know nothing about the man's personal life.
He don't do anything.
I don't know anything about the man's personal life. But it kind of reminds me of the Dominican Sue in his first couple years when he was just way too aggressive. It's like, bro, why are you that aggressive?
But why are you stepping on somebody's arm, sir?
And the play's over.
We playing football, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
so, you know, yeah. So from that aspect, I get it. You know, it's. But
like I said,
I just don't think Mason Rudolph should not walk away.
I'm gonna end it like this.
I'm
gonna end it like this, and y'all can hate me, you can love me, do whatever you want to do. But had he snatched his helmet off, dropped that helmet, and fired his cheeks up, I would not have been mad.
Yeah, because that's a fight. That's a fight.
I would not have been mad.
That's a fight. You coming for it. Yeah, you coming for it. I'm gonna give it to you. Yeah, but
ain't nobody got no shake over there in the corner.
With swinging a helmet, you swung a weapon, and you used a weapon at that point. In a fist fight, you used a weapon. So yeah, I get that. But NFL, I'm letting y'all know right now.
You dropped the ball, sir.
You need to do something with Mason Rudolph.
You dropped the ball.
He's dropping the ball by not doing anything with that. But you know, stand on the NFL, man. That said, we had some more. I don't know. Is this good news or is it just? I guess it's just news. Colin Kaepernick is getting a workout. He's actually in Atlanta, Georgia, as we speak. What up, though? If you just so happen to catch the Realest Spit, we're a small outfit, man, but we out here.
Small outfit. You know what I'm about? Big stick. We all good. But look, listen. I think that I told you look the tape up. A couple episodes ago. I felt like he'd be back in the league.
Well, he's not. He ain't.
No, he's not in there now. No, he's not.
But
listen,
not that yet.
And this could be a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
But this right here will show and prove. No, listen. This right here will show and prove that Colin Kaepernick is better than the majority of the backups that you got. And I've always said this. The majority, maybe all of the backups that you have in the league. I don't think that. From what I saw of him, that he's a top-notch starter.
Maybe not Teddy Bridgewater, but yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. But like I never look at him like a top-tier quarterback. But I feel like he can add something to an NFL. So I never. That's never been my stance, and I've always said that about that.
Right.
He should be in the NFL. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it was wrong what happened to him. Again, the dropping of the ball.
Yeah.
Dropping of the ball. And I hope they said last I checked, 2014.
2014 was out here. It's like this. The NFL, this is what everybody's not understanding. The NFL, I don't think they've ever had a problem with Colin Kaepernick. It is the NFL the guys that own the teams that say, we don't want to deal with this. So the NFL is the one that's putting together the workout. The NFL is saying, hey man, there's some openings. You know, we're gonna work this guy out. Let's go ahead and try. Let's end this for once and for all. We're gonna work this guy out. Y'all come out, check him out, and somebody please put him on a team.
Listen, man. Speaking for Rise Up Nation, I would love to see him backing up Matt Ryan. Keep it funky with you.
Yeah, speaking for the Lions, then I wouldn't mind seeing him out of blue and silver. Our quarterback is down. Matt Stafford is down right now.
And you mean to tell me that you don't? Do you?
And that guy that played last week, with all due respect, I don't even know his damn name. I don't even know his damn name.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying?
You just answered my question.
I don't even know his name.
Yeah, you just answered my question. I mean, like it's become it became ridiculous a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like I've always said, man. Colin Kaepernick should have been in the NFL. I don't agree with what the NFL done.
You understand why they did it, but you don't agree with.
I don't agree because you're taking somebody's livelihood away because they had a peaceful and almost silent protest.
Because in a moment of frustration, he decided to peacefully show that frustration. Like he didn't cuss nobody out. He didn't slap nobody's face. You know what I'm saying? The man peacefully protested. And it ain't like he said, hey y'all, listen to me. They came and asked him, hey man, what are you thinking? And he told them.
Yeah.
And they said, we're thinking. You don't supposed to be thinking like that.
Listen, I get the whole, want to keep the unity thing, you know what I'm saying, as far as this country is concerned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're American. You're supposed to be American. You're supposed to do American things. You're supposed to think American.
And the law
and nothing else should matter.
And
nothing else should matter. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when one group of people getting done worse than another group of people. And I don't just mean by like what what you're able to make or what you're not able to make. I'm talking about physical harm, blatant disrespect, blatant neglect in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Blatant abuse. You know, I mean, and it's documented. You know what I'm saying? To what America has done to black people. In my opinion, that right there in itself is what should have made the NFL look at what Colin Kaepernick was talking about as a real situation.
Right. No, yeah.
And addressed it accordingly.
They weren't prepared.
And addressed it accordingly.
They weren't prepared. Yes. No, and I'm like, and just kind of piggybacking on what you said, it ain't their cup of tea. But like I've been saying, bro, this 2019, it had like it's time for y'all to open up an office in that NFL building.
Sounds to me like they need a PR person.
Exactly, that understands, because listen, you to be honest with you, and I don't know the exact count, but you have, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, you have more African American players in your league than you do any other race. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that for sure. I'm thinking probably so. Correct. So with that being said, I mean you can't remain.
I don't know.
I'm just going out on a limb. I'm going out on a limb with that one. That said, you can't remain just so clueless to the fact of what, and it's 2019. It's not like it's 1996. You know what I'm saying? When we didn't have the internet and everybody didn't have the whole world sitting right there in front of them.
And to know what was going on.
Right, but when everybody has the world sitting right here in front of them, and we can see it, and you can't hide it anymore. Y'all can't. I don't care who you are, whether you the NFL, the NAACP, the Ku Klux Klan, whoever you are, you cannot sit and act like you don't see what's going on, and you know what I'm saying, and feel like you don't have to give it up. You don't have to give up anything for it. You gonna have to speak on this, or you have to let your people speak up on it. You can't just sweep it under the rug. But anyway, that's my NFL rant for the day, man. Like I said, shout out to the NFL for pushing this workout.
Putting Kaepernick in the place to be. At least show what he got going on.
Yeah, I hope by the time y'all hear this, I hope somebody selected him, or we're at least talking about giving him a contract somewhere, and we can all get past this as a people, because this has been news that's really just clogged. Just kind of clogged the airways unnecessarily. Like, this shouldn't even have been a problem. You know what I'm saying?
What the hell are we talking about?
Exactly.
Get a man.
This shouldn't even have been a problem.
Yeah, like get a man to work out and shut the hell up. No. Get a man to work out and then put the story out after he signed with the team.
Yeah.
Put the story out then, and then give the background. Oh, this is because the NFL done this a couple of weeks ago.
Well, and we can end it on this. And I don't know how true it is, but I read a report. When did this news came out? I think Wednesday. I read a report. It's been out Tuesday. I read a report Friday where they said, some Cowboys fans said if the Cowboys choose them, then they forfeit their season tickets.
That sounds about right. Listen. I mean, this is go like I said. But people aren't racist.
Yeah. Huh?
But people aren't racist though. You understand what I'm saying? And it's probably the same way down here in Atlanta. I mean, like I said, this is the South.
Yeah.
This is the real life South.
Yeah.
So I bet it's several people that feel that way.
Texas, right?
That feel that way.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I mean, it is what it is, man. Shout out to Cap, man.
Shout out to Colin Kaepernick. Good luck to you, bro.
Job, you know what I'm talking about?
Good luck to you, man. Let's get it. Speaking of giving that man a job, your man, Carmelo Anthony.
Yes, sir.
Is back on, man.
Mellow fellow.
They decided to go on and give him a shot.
What do you do out here clap over there?
We got some applause in the building. Now this is definitely good news, man. Now you talk about somebody that was done completely wrong. With Colin Kaepernick, it's the whole story.
You can understand
to
that more so than
Carmelo. They just decided. I can't, because Carmelo never did anything wrong. He never said anything wrong for what we
he done a couple things wrong. We'll elaborate if you want, sir. But other than that, what did he? Listen, okay, fuck shit.
Where are you going? Where you going?
Where you going, man? I mean, when he was with the Denver Nuggets,
okay.
You know, when I saw Carmelo at Syracuse, saw the whole Syracuse run, like I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Young and tough, Well, I can't say younger because he ain't that much younger than me, but I was like, well, he's tough. So I followed him, even though he played in Denver. I'm a Hawks fan, but I like this game. When it's one game, I think they might have been playing the Knicks. I think it was the Knicks because of who was involved in the altercation.
Oh, I already know. I know where you're going.
And listen,
wait.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nah, I'm finna get it to you. But the altercation happened and they got it, a scrum. We talking about a scrum. And this is almost the same level that other than the maliciousness that could have happened behind getting hit with a helmet. This man walked up behind this man and punched him in the back of the head. Like, this is the NBA. This is a controlled environment, man. This ain't no prison fight.
This ain't the street.
This ain't no prison fight, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? This ain't no prison fight, man.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man. But I understand he was young, this, that, and the other. We were playing basketball, man.
Now that was. I actually forgot about that. Yes, that is. Since we're talking about it, that is one blemish on the resume.
I'm like, but
on the what you call the personality. Resume of
and I'm gonna tell you what pissed me off worse about the situation, like I told you, because of who I was going to bring up as well. When after he punched the boy in the head, when Nate Robinson said, "Come on,"
he backed up. No, in that situation, what I hated in that situation more than anything else, it was he sucked the dude. Yeah, he backing up from a dude that's 5'4". 5'4".
Shout out to Nate Robinson.
I don't think he's 5'4".
You got 5'7".
Man. But no, what I hated.
Shout out to Nate Robinson. No, he 5'9".
5'9". Okay. What I hated about that altercation, remember he got the disrespect that he showed Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Zeke was pissed at that nigga for a long time.
Yeah.
For that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was what I remember, and I was just like, brother, come on, I'm not even sure. How you even got there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If this is a fight against the players, how did you?
That's one thing.
Yeah, but how are you to the point where you about to fight?
But even if it's a fight against the players, like I said, he wasn't in it was his man. Yeah. And the dude was squaring up with his man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, look. We ain't in the.
I don't think this has anything to do with why he didn't get signed.
No, it don't. No, we went into talking about it. It don't. But I said that he do. In my opinion, he do like he's not. That ain't got nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying?
But go ahead and finish.
But still, I mean, like I said, that's his blemish. I love Carmelo, and I'm glad that he's back.
But getting back to it, man. I think what it was, the game, and we've heard this. I don't think I'm about to say anything new. The NBA game, the game that is the NBA has kind of surpassed Carmelo Anthony's game. You know what I'm saying? As a superstar, like the way his way of dominating, his way of playing and being the man. Your main guy can't be that anymore. You can't have a guy that just completely stops the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be that 17 and 8 guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what your role is relegated to now.
And when you're 15, 16 years in, you now have to you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you not only do you have to know how to change with the time, you have to have the IQ to change with the time. Your savvy should be to the point where, okay, I'm gonna move to the 4. I don't play the 3 no more. I'm gonna move to the 4. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you should be able to do it. Like you should be able to just transition, like everybody else did, like D Wade did, like LeBron did, like Chris Bosh did. Everybody else in your class was able to make that transition once their game slowed down. Carmelo Anthony is the only one.
I don't know the LeBron game done slowed down.
Well, I slowed down was the wrong word. But everybody else, LeBron is. I should have said his name. He's over here. He's over here. Everybody else. Once they started to once they went past their prime, they were able to become something else. You know what I'm saying? Chris Bosh did it. D-Wade did it, you know what I'm saying? Carmelo Anthony is the only one from that class that, you know, he kind of stayed the same. He kind of demanded that everything kind of has to be the same way.
True.
And, you know, you know, the game just kind of surpassed him. And that's why it didn't work out in Oklahoma City, because what they needed him to do, they needed, you know, that was a recipe for disaster anyway.
Yeah.
But I think it could have went better than it would have.
Most definitely. But listen, but the only way a situation like that can be prosperous is if you have a facilitating point guard.
Exactly. That's why I said it was a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, a situation like that.
But even still, had his spot-up game been a little better, had his defense been a little better,
Carmelo has always been Carmelo.
And that's my point. That's my point.
Now he can get his man off. You know what I'm saying? On the best of them.
Yeah.
Play defense is not really his strong.
Yeah.
Playing defense is not really his strong.
And it's not because it ain't because he's backing down from anybody. He just don't have.
He don't have the physical.
Yeah, he just ain't got the lateral. Yeah, he just don't have
the physical attributes to be able to.
Exactly.
Manhandle that position. But at the end of the day, I'm glad Melo got back in there.
Yeah. But the Houston thing, I don't even know why Houston even did, because like he didn't play long enough with them for them to even be able. Like they really just shitted on him, because he went. Don't tell me it's not working, bro. Y'all ain't but 8 games in. He ain't been there long enough for you to say that this shit ain't working.
You
know what I'm saying?
You realize what you just did, right?
Yeah, what did I just do?
Okay, you said you said how the Oklahoma situation didn't work out. And you said how the Rocket situation didn't work out. What's synonymous with the Rocket situation and OKC situation at the time?
Well, the difference is, and I know where you're going. The difference is you have a point guard. You have an actual point guard in Houston. If you're and this is what
who's the point guard?
Chris Paul. Now this is before we even seen. This is assuming that the shit went how it's supposed to go. If you're letting Chris Paul play point guard and you're making James Harden be a true shooting guard, then a true small forward should be able to operate in that.
When has James Harden been a true any motherfucking thing except
what did I say at the beginning when I said
exactly
before we knew
exactly
who knew that he wasn't gonna let Chris Paul be Chris Paul? Who knew that you won't? Why would you bring a guy in and not let him do what the fuck he does? Like who knew that James Harden was gonna be that guy?
Listen, go dog, but listen, this cat he's one of the most prolific scorers that I've seen. Talking about James Harden.
Yeah.
But those scorers, and I said it right, scorers, right? Okay. Listen, let me say it one more time. Those scorers.
Yeah. What you say? What y'all about to say? Dribble.
But see, no, okay. Now we can line them up.
Yeah.
Good scorers who do their thing. And I know that it's different. It's a different way to score, but Shaq.
Yeah.
What, 30?
About 35 games.
Okay, 1 year, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, he's wrong. Okay, his bad.
Well, yeah, one year. So, you know, he scored, but he still got his team in the flow of things. Yeah. Like if you ever, and you can attribute that to the triangle. Offense, you might can attribute it to that.
No, but even before the triangle, even in Orlando.
He got his men. Yeah, he got his men. Exactly.
Nick Anderson. What's his name?
Nick Anderson. Dennis Scott. Yeah. The greatest Georgia Tech 3-point shooter. Well, I don't know.
He might.
Nah, you got man. Listen,
he might.
No, man. No, I don't know. I think you got Mark Price, man. Played for Georgia Tech, man. So
was he better than Dennis Scott?
Mark Price?
Was he better than Dennis Scott?
I think he was a little more accurate. I'm not sure, but I
don't know. I'm asking you. I don't know.
You saw Mark. I'm talking about Mark Price.
I know who Mark Price is. I'm saying I didn't see him. But you're saying
overall.
Okay. I'm thinking you're saying that.
To go back to the point that I was making, like I said, even great scorers know that you have to get your team involved.
Absolutely.
I think that stopping the ball for a scorer is what kills a situation for teams, especially in the playoffs, because it shrink a little bit.
Absolutely.
And defense is a little more tight
in
the playoffs in every sport. In every sport.
And so it goes to what I was just saying. Like, it's one thing to do it when you have to. It's one thing to say, well, man, I'm the only guy here. Can't nobody else do nothing. this is what I
gotta do this.
But when you bring in, when you add something like a Chris Paul, and listen, and I'm not saying that like Chris Paul was the do all and say all. He was the answer to the equation. Because I mean, they were still only gonna get so far. But we all seen when they allowed Chris Paul to be Chris Paul.
Their offense,
they were damn near unbeatable. They were damn near unbeatable.
Yeah, but and so in the times when they didn't let Chris Paul be Chris Paul, their offense looked like the wing T.
Yeah.
In the 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so because it's just like you got 4 running backs in the backfield. Nah, fuck the shit. Nah, like real talk. It's just like you got 4 running backs in the backfield. Yeah. You can't throw it downfield because everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Because everybody.
Yeah, and so I mean, what do you like? I don't know. And listen, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Russell Westbrook, man.
Shout out to Russell Westbrook.
He would definitely be my starting shooting guard, but he would not be my point guard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's why I was going with that. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like that's what their offense looks like when
you're saying right now. That's
when they because they had a point guard. Yeah. Hold on, wait a minute. We're just talking about Houston.
We're talking about Houston. I'm saying, but when you were just made the comparison, you were talking about how they look right now.
Yeah.
Versus how they look with Chris Paul. Exactly. Because you said when they didn't let Chris Paul do his thing, that's what it looked like.
Exactly. Exactly. But so I mean, like I said, if you don't have a facilitator. It kills what you're trying to do.
But like I'm saying, as far as bringing it back to Carmelo Anthony, y'all didn't even let that fest. Like, you got to lead a man there and let them 3 figure. Like, if them 3 are there together to say, dog, who knows what that could have been had you let them 3 figure that out.
But like I said, you're making my point for me. If you don't have a true point guard,
Chris Paul was a true point guard.
But how can he be him if James
Harden
if he's beating you're not letting Chris Paul be a true point guard.
Right.
You're not letting him do his best.
So why is he
But he's relegated now to a sometimes ball handler scorer.
Yeah.
That's what he's relegated to on the court with a James Harden.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's and honestly, that's why the fit might end up better than what people think in Houston. Because both of those dudes are like that.
Russell Westbrook.
With Westbrook and nothing.
Because I think what D'Antoni, what he wants.
He wants a running system.
He wants a running system, and he kind of wants it. That's what they were. And they did it with Chris Paul a little bit, but he kind of wanted. It's not even about them, and obviously they're both starting. But he wants, if when one of them sitting down, I got another guy that can keep, if one guy's down, I still got that other one that can keep. That's what he wanted for that.
A competent ball handler.
Exactly, and they was doing that a little bit with Chris Paul, but with Chris Paul, bro, we all have to be able to do it together.
Chris Paul is a true
point guard. Absolutely,
he's a true point guard.
And there's no reason why James Harden and Chris Paul can't be out there together. If James Harden is going.
You keep answering your own question?
No, it ain't a question.
Oh, okay. My bad. You're backing your statement. My bad.
It's no longer a question. It's no longer a question. We know exactly who James Harden is. But I'm just saying, it's going to be said when he looks back, when he starts to slow down and look back at his career, he's going to realize all the stuff that we're saying about it and all the opportunity that
I think they missed out because that to me on paper. Yeah. And listen.
And you had Capella that was cleaning up the board.
No, and listen. And on paper, I would rather have it on paper than not.
So having
it on paper don't mean a hill of beans. No. And that's a testament to that.
If it's not, if the chef, if you don't have the right chef,
the coach
stirring it up. Exactly.
Like what we talked about earlier. But I mean, at the end of the day, I like not letting Chris Paul be Chris Paul.
Yeah. And that's the only reason our Carmelo Anthony doesn't work in that. Like I say, you're not letting the point guard facilitate the situation. However, he's now in Portland, where this is where I think he should have went instead of going to Houston. I always said he probably should have went to Portland anyway, because Dame Lillard, though Dame Lillard is
shout out to Dame, who I think killed Shaq.
In that freestyle.
Nah, shout out to Shaq.
Yeah. Dame Lillard, I don't know, would you consider him a point guard?
I would. Because he doesn't mind giving it up.
Right.
That's what I like about him. You understand what I'm saying? And he kind of like, no. Now, he's not a Rondo.
No, he's not a Rondo. He's not a Chris Paul.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, I think he's a more timely Chris Paul. Because like I told, for me, I've always felt like Chris Paul was, it's like he was off beat. You know what I'm saying? Like he get a whole, but anybody can, not anybody, but it's a point guard can get assists. Look, Russell Westbrook, he averaged a triple-double, which shows you that he can get assists, but he's not a facilitating point guard.
He's not setting.
That's not exactly.
He's doing it on the fly.
Exactly. And so, I mean, and I think that Chris Paul is kind of like that to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think he's grown more into like a play director. He's grown more into that.
He looked more smooth. He looked like what you're saying. He looked smoother in the beginning, like in them early Charlotte days.
When he had,
when it was him and David West.
He looked because the roles are simplistic.
But when he fell into the situation where he had to be more of a scorer. That's kind of when he
turned his game out a little bit.
Yeah, that's when he pulled his game out. Yeah,
man. But shout out to Melo, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm anxious to see how that work. Again, it comes down to coaching. Stotts is a pretty good coach, so we'll see. One thing Carmelo is at this point, if he ain't nothing else, he's humble.
Yeah.
So he gonna listen to whatever the hell somebody's trying to tell him.
It looked like he in shape too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'm just saying he's humble. He gonna listen to whatever the hell somebody's trying to tell him.
Sure enough.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think you're gonna get too much pushback from him. But with that said, man, I mean, we ain't gonna hold y'all too much long this evening, man.
But before we get out of here, man, you know what I'm saying? I want to give a big shout out, man, to everybody that fuck with the Realest Spit.
Absolutely.
Excuse my friend. Absolutely. That fuck with the Realest Spit. You know what I'm talking about? All about Facebook compadres.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm talking about? Ain't too many things to shout out, but we appreciate all y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? My sister gonna leave, man, for set up all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Teddy, man, for everything. You know what I'm talking about? It's a beautiful thing.
Shout out to Push Productions.
Show up, Push Productions. Shout out, you know what I'm saying? Man, Jim Brown, CWA podcast, man. You trying to do big things, man.
Absolutely. Trying to get better. Holla at your boys, man. Anybody want to come down, come get down with your boys, man. Come sit down and spit your reel.
I know what to do.
It's all good.
We ain't drinking no combo.
Absolutely not, man. Until then, I am the man DJ iCENTRIC.
Yeah, man.
And this is the Realest Spit.